Hi and welcome to your Niagara News Update for Friday, November the 25th, brought to you by bulletnewsniagara.ca and ikfadtv.com. I'm Annie Sylvester. First, a look at the weather in the region from Environment Canada. Partly cloudy skies, winds from the southwest at 40 kilometers per hour, gusting to 60, a low of 9. For Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, becoming cloudy early in the evening, a high of 12. For full details of weather in the region, go to bulletnewsniagara.ca. A Niagara Falls man is facing 2 charges of sexual assault and sexual interference in connection with an investigation by the Niagara Regional Police Child Abuse Unit. Police say they received information earlier this month about the alleged sexual assault involving a young girl, as well as additional allegations about historic sexual offenses related to another young female. Charged is 78-year-old Howard Triano of Niagara Falls, who is a former teacher and principal, as well as a highly regarded sports figure in Niagara who joined the Sports Wall of Fame in 1996. The suspect is also the father of former Toronto Raptors coach Jay Triano. He's scheduled to appear in St. Catharines Court for a bail hearing today. Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati says he's not trying to bypass the Parks Commission by pitching the Welenda Wire Walk to Premier Dalton McGuinty when he's in town for the Liberals' Provincial Council meeting this weekend. Niagara Falls MPP Kim Crater, though, has told the mayor that it's inappropriate for him to try and pull the Premier into the process. But Diodati insists that he knows it's a protocol that he has to follow, but he wants to take the opportunity to talk to the Premier on a variety of issues. Welenda made a 12-minute presentation himself last week to the Niagara Parks Commission, which outlined detailed plans of the stunt he wishes to do, as well as the benefits to the region should the event take place, despite the fact that they have anti-stunting laws in place. He also has the backing of New York State, and they signed a special exemption to their own laws. Welenda has said some kind of walk will go on even if the Parks Commission denies him, but he won't give any details. Moving now to a story about the St. Catharines Thorold Chamber of Commerce, who want to shake up the status quo. Walter Sendzik, the CEO of the organization, talks about the changing reality of the region.
When you look at Niagara, what we see as the single most important issue facing the community is the economy. When you look at our unemployment rate, when you look at the rates of poverty, when you look at child poverty in our community, when you look at the young professionals leaving, not having gainful employment in our community, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to grow a community with a struggling economy. So from our perspective, it's looking at Niagara as one economic area, and how can we put together a model that's a reflection of the new realities of our community. The days where there was an economy in Welland, an economy in St. Catharines, and an economy robustly built in Niagara Falls. In today's economic realities, that's no longer a model that produces the kind of prosperity that we've come to hope and come to expect.
On November the 29th, the St. Catharines Thorold Chamber of Commerce will vote on whether to continue negotiations that could lead to a merger with the Greater Niagara Chamber of Commerce. Sendzik says that hopefully it will mean entering into something that is bigger and better together and a lifetime of happiness. Exciting news for a Brock University scientist, Mariek Schmidt, who will work on NASA's latest Mars mission. NASA's Mars Science Laboratory mission will carry the rover vehicle Curiosity to the Red Planet, where it will examine the Gale crater area for evidence of past or present conditions that could be habitable. When Curiosity reaches Mars next summer, Schmidt, who is a volcanologist, will be at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California as part of a team of scientists and engineers who will guide the vehicle and oversee its observations and activities. Schmidt said it is important for Canada to get opportunities to increase its own body of expertise, and that we will possibly even send our own mission someday. A funeral kept MPP Kim Crater away from voting on an opposition bill to remove the HST from home heating bills. Crater had gone on record 2 weeks ago to say he planned to break ranks with his government and support the opposition bill, which pushed through the legislature on the second reading on a 54-50 vote. This is the first defeat for the minority Liberal government since lawmakers returned to work this week, and it means the bill is now headed to committee for study. We're going to take a quick break now, but do stay with us. We have some great video coverage of React, a teen group from Niagara Health educating other kids about the media, Rick Van Sickle's wine picks, and a promo for a new program on Ikfad TV called The Bleeding Edge. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Albert Zappatelli, and I'd like to welcome you and your family to Zappi's Pizza and Pasta in the great city of Niagara Falls. Our goal is simple, to provide the freshest and tastiest homemade food the city has to offer. There we are. Nothing frozen, nothing processed. Just back to basics like my family taught me. Thank you and enjoy.
Welcome back. Well, advertising is everywhere these days, and it has a big impact on our choices. So we need to be educated, and the group I met last night called React is helping kids do just that. The media influences a lot of decisions that people make these days, and I'm here at the McBain Center in Niagara Falls, where a group called React is talking to kids about refusing to be branded, about refusing to let the media influence the decisions you make. Let's take a look.
Well, the React group is a group run through Niagara Region Public Health, and it's a group of teenagers of high school age, and we come together and raise awareness about health issues in the community, and we like to focus on teens, so it's peer-to-peer educational advocacy. And tonight what we're doing is we're focusing on media literacy. In my opinion, I think that the media has a huge influence on kids. I know that for myself, the media has a huge influence on me and also my friends, and I think we really need to focus on that and change that, because this is the time in our lives when we're establishing our identity, and we shouldn't allow the media to establish our identity for us. We need to control our identity. I don't think that they're consciously aware of how the media is really affecting them, and that's really why we're here. We're trying to raise awareness of this issue, and we're just getting people to critically analyze the messages that the media portrays. We actually have a lot of stuff that we're handing out tonight. We have stickers that say brand name on them, and we're encouraging people to put them on their brands, on their clothing. And so we're really approaching people and getting the message out there, always having a big smile and inviting people to our table.
For more information, go to Facebook and search the I Think campaign. And now here's Rick Van Sickle with your weekly wine picks.
Hi, Rick Van Sickle, Wines in Niagara, and our Win Wines of the Week. We're going to look at a classic sparkling wine from Henry Pelham called Cuvée Catherine. I believe it's a wonderful wine to have on hand for the holidays. When friends come over, it's just a great champagne style bubbly that is just one of my favorite wines to have around the house. We'll also look at another classic wine from Chateau de Charme. This is an Old Vines Riesling that's just been released from the 2008 vintage. As well, I think we'll have a look at one of the great ice wines that Niagara produces every winter. Perfect for Christmas time, perfect for gift giving, and also great to have around to celebrate after a big meal with some nice dessert. Thanks.
Now to the latest addition to our Ikfad TV site called The Bleeding Edge. Let's take a look at a preview.
Hi, my name is Jody Fine, and you're watching On the Bleeding Edge. I'm a local business owner in Niagara, Ontario. I own the Tattoo Academy. I'm a good Canadian girl, and I've been here born and bred my whole life.
Hi, this is Charles St. Michael, and I want to go on record as saying that calling the show On the Bleeding Edge was my idea. My job is basically to keep Jody Fine in line, and believe me, kids, that is a full-time gig.
Chucky. What can I tell you about this man? I think you just better stay tuned and figure it out for yourself.
Check it out on ikfadtv.com, and with that, we conclude today's newscast. Go to bulletnewsniagara.ca for your headlines from around Niagara. I'm Annie Sylvester. Have a fabulous weekend.